Can you make restaurant quality crab cakes at home? The answer is yes, and that's what we're doing today. And you are gonna love it. Let's cook. Maryland is famous for the quality of its crab, in particular the blue crab. Approximately 50% of all the blue crab sold in the US comes from the Chesapeake Bay area. Good crab meat has a delicate, sweet taste. Apparently, the term crab cake was first introduced in a cookbook in the 1930s. In a recipe called Baltimore crab cake. They can be fried, sauteed, or cooked in the oven. Unless you are from Maryland, crab cakes are something you only get at restaurants. And you have to pay a pretty penny for. As of today, those days are over for you. I can't wait. Let's cook. And now for shout outs. These are the people that are cooking our food and are letting us know about it. You should do that too. Vivian Honey Ortiz made the chicken steak. Patricia Saher, she made the surf and turf and it looked amazing. And Irving, my cousin from Venezuela, made the Israeli salad. Let us know what you're making. First, we're gonna get organized. The French call this mise en place. And all mise en place is having all the ingredients and the tools that you need right in front of you. For this recipe, you need to plan ahead about 1 hour because the crab mixture and the aioli both need to rest in the refrigerator for about an hour. Remember, cooking is about ingredients, time, and temperature. And on a recipe like this one that has very few ingredients, the quality is key. This recipe calls for breadcrumbs or crackers as binding agents. We chose to use Panko, which is a Japanese-style breadcrumb. They're probably a cross between a cracker and a breadcrumb, so they're gonna add more texture to the cakes. Buying live whole crabs and processing them is very labor intensive. So most of the crab used in the US comes in a can. They are usually picked by hand, pasteurized, and pre-cooked. So they're easy to use. This one is lump meat, which is one of the highest grades you can find. Even though it's a little bit more pricey, you can see the nice chunks of meat. So not only will it taste delicious, but it will have a great meaty texture. We're also making an aioli or aioli, which originally is an emulsion of olive oil and mashed garlic, lots of it. But in today's world, aioli is basically a flavored mayonnaise. So that's what we're doing. Remember, mise en place is less stress. First, we're gonna do the aioli because it needs to stay in the fridge for about an hour. We'll start with the garlic. We're gonna mash this thing. I'm gonna show you a trick to turn this into a paste. Put some salt on it, cut it a little bit, and then press down on the garlic right on your cutting board. Now another trick is this. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm using a separate cutting board for this garlic. The board that you're using most of the time is gonna get a garlicky smell and it's hard to wash. So it's easier to wash something smaller like this. By the way, when you're washing anything, the board, your hands, anything, you can use salt plus the soap to get rid of the smell. Put it in a bowl. We're gonna start adding the ingredients of the aioli to the bowl and just mix. 3/4 of a cup of good mayonnaise. We need a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. We also need the juice of a whole lemon. This is a lemon aioli. It has garlic, but it has a lot of lemon. We want that lemony flavor. We need about 1/8 of a teaspoon of kosher salt. And we mix the whole thing. We're gonna taste everything. Now it goes in the fridge for about an hour. Make sure you drain the crab meat because it will have some water in the can. All we're doing is combining the ingredients in a bowl. First, we're gonna start with a whole egg, 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, which is a classic seasoning agent for seafood in the US. That's it. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, which is about half a lemon, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Try saying that 3 times. And 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley. And we mix it. Okay, we're ready to fold the crab. We're gonna combine that mixture with the crab meat gently. You don't want to destroy the nice lump meat. There is a mixing method called folding, which is used in very delicate preparations like souffle. And the way you do it is that instead of whipping like this, you kind of go through the bowl, the bottom, and just pick it over. Scrape the bottom and fold it. And you do it again and again, very gently, until everything is well mixed. And finally, we add a 1/4 cup of the Panko bread. And you fold again gently. The bread is there to absorb most of the moisture, so shaping those cakes, it's easier. We're gonna form the shapes of the cakes and we're gonna cover them with more Panko outside for browning. We're gonna put the Panko on the plate. I like to manipulate them as little as possible. Again, not to mess with those nice chunks. You're gonna coat them well with Panko. They're gonna look like that. Okay, we're ready to cook. We're gonna turn this on to medium heat. We're gonna brown these things in butter, but butter has a very low smoking point. So we're using a combination of olive oil and butter for that reason. In goes the olive oil. Probably about 3 tablespoons here. We want enough for 7 cakes. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter. That butter bubbles, that means it's hot, so in we go. Regulate the temperature, we don't want this to burn. Moving this around so I'm gonna get all over the place. Okay, I lowered that a lot, low to medium heat. I'm gonna turn the oven on at about 400 degrees to finish the cooking in the oven because I don't want these things to brown too much because they're very thick as you saw. That's the way I like them. I'm gonna turn the oven on. There's gonna be a lot more noise now, but it's gonna be worth it. Really, it's gonna be about maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes on each side for it to brown, but you have to keep on watching just in case and adjusting temperature too. There are some that are ready to turn. This stove has 2 rings of fire, a big one and a small one. Joanna just reminded me that I didn't turn on the small one in the center. That's why the one in the middle doesn't look quite as brown. Okay, it's been corrected. We're good. We're gonna go in the oven now for about 5 to 8 minutes or so. We're gonna check them with the thermometer and we're looking for 165 degrees internal temperature. Set the timer, 5 minutes. Finally, the moment I'm always waiting for, taste test. This looks amazing. As a side dish, we're gonna make this really simple arugula salad. It comes in a package, pre-washed, get it out of here, put it in here. Cannot be simpler than that. We're gonna dress it with a simple vinaigrette, 1 part lemon juice, 3 parts olive oil or any oil that you like. Remember to use salt and pepper in your dressing. And also remember to dress your salad right before you're gonna eat it because the leaves are gonna wilt. Okay, so that's there. Crab cakes are here and they're ready. It came to right around 165 degrees in internal temperature. I don't know if you can see them. I'm gonna try and get close to you. Couple them on a plate like this. Some of the salad, you can use your hands if they're clean. And we're using some of this aioli. You know what? Let's make it fancy. Some aioli first, right? Like that. Take the spoon and just move it like that. Then set it on top. Same for the other one. And then you kind of make a swish. Can you see this? Okay, I'm going in. Ooh, nice and flaky. I can see can actually see the nice chunks of meat. I'm gonna try it without the aioli first. Oh wow, it's crispy, but it's moist. You know how it tastes? Delicious. I forgot the lemon. Squeeze our lemon on top. I almost forgot. The lemon is gonna give it this brightness. Use some of the salad. Perfect. Cuts through the mayo. Perfect. You know what? I have some taste stunt doubles here. A lady that we mentioned a whole lot, Kathy Briseño. You've heard her name before, I'm sure. She's actually here visiting. Come on, Kathy. Remember I said there was somebody batting 1,000? She cooked everything we have made. This is her. Yes. All right. I want this to be on the record. She has her own fork, okay? Try it without the aioli first. She learned the yummy then. She's a true fan.
Delicious.
And the magic word. Try some of the aioli. Now try some of the salad.
Oh my God, it's so delicious.
It is delicious, isn't it? You see now why I use that word so much?
What is it?
You can grab some more if you want. Wasn't that delicious?
Oh my God, it was amazing.
And it's crunchy.
It's crunchy but moist.
It's very moist inside.
Yes.
I think it's the combination of the stove and the oven. Joanna's sister is also here. She's my little sister too. Julie, come and taste. You get your own fork too. You can start there if you want.
Delicious.
It's delicious. And try a little bit of the salad. It's almost like a palate cleanser.
Love it.
We have a third taste stunt double. My son Gus is here. Coming up. All right.
Hear the crunch?
Yeah, you can actually hear the crunch. No!
Oh!
Bring it back!
So good.
It's tasty. Not stuffy.
Joanna, you're busy today, but we're gonna have to call you in. I think it gets better the more you taste, the better it tastes, right?
Hello, everyone.
Here, use mine.
Can't wait. I think my tummy was grumbling.
That was not an airplane that you heard.
Oh my gosh. This is...
And the salad, it just complements it so well, right?
Yes.
I think the salad is like perfect. It's a perfect little bed for it.
So on the chicken episode, I told you that we were fortunate enough to go to Israel and we brought this is called a Sauvignon Blanc, which is a great kind of grape to go with seafood. I think it's gonna be perfect for this. And we'll talk more and more about wine. In fact, I'm thinking of adding a special wine segment every Friday to talk about wine in general and in particular about the wine we're drinking with our recipe. So guys, listen, you don't have to go to a fancy restaurant to eat high quality food. You can do that at home. Your family's gonna love it, right?
Yeah.
It's not that difficult to make. Real actual cooking time, maybe 35 minutes plus the hour in the fridge. You can do this, right? You can practice, get good at it. Food just brings people together. As always, 4 things.
Subscribe, hit like,
Share with your friends.
And cook it.
Join us next time when we're gonna teach you how to make the classic tortilla de patatas, which is a Spanish tortilla that will blow you away and is so easy to make. Come back to see us.